everyone, I'm Priya Sheth and you're tuned into the Daily Dispatch. Now today's headlines cover Zest Money, Front Row as well as the draft rules on e-commerce. Well, headline number one, payments firm Zest Money has raised about $50 million from Australia-based Zipco. Now, Zest Money provides the buy now and pay later service to its consumers. And with this fund infusion, the company will be looking to expand its product, build up its balance sheet capacity, as well as further deepen its transaction network and explore new business opportunities in insurance as well as saving. Well, headline number two, EdTech platform Front Row has raised about $14 million in a Series A round of funding. This financing round was led by Eight Road Ventures as well as GSP, and existing investors like Lightspeed and Edivation Capital also participated in this round. With these funds, the startup plans to scale to more than 10 categories and over 300 courses over the next course of the year. Well, moving on to the final headline of the day, the tussle around the new draft e-commerce regulations continues. Reports suggest that several key ministries, including Finance, Corporate Affairs as well as the Niti Aayog, have opposed the draft e-commerce rules put out by the Ministry of Consumer Affairs. The draft rules for e-commerce have proposed regulating flash sales and discounts offered by e-commerce companies. Alright, then moving on to our second segment, I have with me someone who's been in news, someone who's recently raised $15 million of Series C funding. I have with me Sagar Zaryani from Wow Momos. Thank you very much, Sagar, for joining us today. It's a big day because your startup has also become one of the most valued homegrown QSR startups with 1,200 crore rupees as a valuation. Tell us a little bit about the fundraise and what it means to be, valued at about 1,200 crore rupees.
Well, it really feels wow, to be honest. Thanks, Priya. Thanks to your story for having me here. It is a big day for us. I think the last 18 months have been a huge roller coaster. Being a bootstrap company for the first 6 years and then, always seeing profits and never seeing losses. And comes April 2020 when the pandemic hits you. I think the last 15 months were terrible. But I think it was a blessing in disguise because, today I can proudly say we're a pandemic-proof business. We've bounced back, we've pivoted big time. It just shows the agility. It just shows that, adverse times calls for being diverse. And I think that's what we've stood out, both with our brands, Wow Momo and Wow China. I think we've pivoted big time from, being 70% offline to now being 70% online. So the last 15 months has, I think sharpened us. It's made us believe that, we need to believe in not just multi-channel, not just omni-channel, but we need to have different parameters of growth. And I think that's what we've done. We've pivoted in the restaurant space. We've gone into FMCG and back to profits again. So it's a huge breather. And then funding with profits is more of an icing on the cake. And the funding is going to be used for growth. I think we are currently at a 20 crore, 22 crore monthly run rate. And, we aspire to get to a 40, 45 crore number in a year from now. So that's like literally more than 2x. The aspiration levels are very high. The team is kicked. I think we've got our mojo back and looking forward to more wow times.
Right, I'm going to come to the FMCG foray in just a bit. But before that, I want to talk to you a little bit about the whole online and offline strategy. You said 70% of your business is now online. But I also do know that you've massively expanded. You have more than 350 outlets of Wow Momos and Wow China outlets as well. So what will the strategy be now, considering that a bulk of your business is from the online route? Will you still look at an offline expansion strategy?
Definitely, very much. Rather, I am someone who believes that, it's more of digital retail for us. It's no more brick and mortar, it's click and mortar. And I think somewhere, currently it's a 70% online, but I think in the long run with the lockdown and the unlocking happening and things opening up and, more relaxations coming into the play across cities. Like today in Calcutta, where we are headquartered, we are only allowed to dine until 10:30. In Bombay, it's till 10. In some cities, it's till 9. I think once those restrictions are lifted, I personally feel, it's going to be a 50-50 ratio. So 50% online, 50% offline. So it's going to be that sweet spot, So it's going to be more of digital retail. And I think that's going to be a very sweet spot for the brand because then you have customers coming to you. At the same time, you can reach out to your customers. So we continue to expand. We are literally opening 12 restaurants every month. So, in the next 1 year, we are eyeing 150 restaurants. We're also getting into the cloud kitchen space because we feel delivery is something that's coming with a lot of mojo, with a lot of, newer customer base that enables us to create. Because what COVID has done, it's taken off. The supply was very huge prior to COVID, right? What COVID has done is that every category leader has found a way to survive, has found a way to revive and grow, right? So it's just shown the strength and the confidence the consumers have in the brand. So today, post-pandemic, I think the focus has deeply shifted to health, hygiene, happiness, right? So brands that are able to deliver that and have been delivering that for years are, in a way, bearing the goodwill. And I think with Wow Momo, with the kind of household name that we've become, the trust factor that we've built in amongst our patrons, I think we are here to stay and grow. We are only in 17 cities. I really admire someone like a Domino's run by Julian. They're in 200 plus cities. So the growth is humongous, right? So I think 150 high street stores across Wow Momo, Wow China, plus the cloud kitchen space. And in the cloud kitchen space, we have a couple of exciting things coming up. We are getting into 2 more cuisines. So you will have 4 cuisines operating from one cloud kitchen box. So it's going to be more of Wow kitchens that are going to come into the foray. And, you'll have 4 brands operating from one kitchen. Very excited and kicked about that. I think we've already gone live with Wow Momo and Wow China. And I think the other new brands that are into the picture should be launched before this end of this calendar year.
You spoke about very interesting things like Wow kitchens, which are coming up. So which cities will you be looking at basing these kitchens in? And the other thing you spoke about is the 2 new cuisines that you're going to be launching. So tell us a little bit about what we can expect out there.
So yeah, I will keep the cuisine launch still under wraps because it's still in R&D. And we will do a separate story and maybe a separate session with you because I think I'm super kicked and excited about that. But with regards to the Wow kitchens, I think we're looking at 4 cities now. We are looking at Delhi NCR, we're looking at Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Chennai. So these are the 4 cities where we are looking at launching the new brands, going ahead with all the 4 brands under one roof. With regards to the 3rd and 4th brand coming in, I think with the 3rd brand, we also have aspirations of doing a few physical stores, largely in our home headquartered city, which is Calcutta to begin with. So the plans are in place. I think we should announce this sooner than later. We are looking at somewhere around the Diwali launch for the new brand, for the 1st brand, and maybe the 2nd brand around the Christmas launch. And I'll keep you guys closely posted. At the moment, we are still in the product stage, still in the R&D stage. So I don't want to reveal too much. At the same time, I want to keep that excitement level going. So, that is how it is.
Also, I wanted to understand with regards to your FMCG foray. I believe over the last quarter, you've gone ahead and, you've piloted some of the products in a lot of stores out there. So what is the status of the entire FMCG part of the business and how large do you think will this be for Wow Momo?
So FMCG, we entered this quarter itself. We launched FMCG for us in the mid of July. We went live in the end of June, but we did an announcement in the mid of July. So largely it's been this quarter. Currently, our production capacity is quite limited, right? So we are filling in more machines. There are machines coming in from Japan. There are machines coming in from Taiwan. So I think our entire facility and our entire backend should be full for capacity. Should be fully ammunited with capacity built up. I think by the end of October, maybe by mid-November. So FMCG is something where currently, we only have production capacity of close to 1.5 CR a month. And believe you me, we are getting stocked out almost on a daily basis. So हम जितना produce कर रहे हैं उतना बेच रहे हैं. The response has been fabulous. We are largely live on Big Basket across 9 cities. In Delhi NCR, we are available on Modern Bazaar. That's about it, and we have Food Hall, a few stores. We haven't really gone the physical stores. We haven't yet, are being able to make ourselves available off the shelf because we have limited capacity. And we know that. We always knew that, So for us, it was, more of a slow start. We wanted to, solve the initial teething problems, get a consumer feedback, and then fire in the complete ammunition when we're completely ready. So I think we should be ready to do carpet bombing by the 1st of January. We are giving ourselves time of October, November, December, the coming quarter. And currently, I think the FMCG business is going to revolve between 1 crore, 1.5 crore of revenue on a monthly basis. Our fill rate is only 47%. So we are getting stocked out very, very fast. But that's a good problem to have. So the team is geared up and excited, waiting for the new year to come when, we can go carpet bombing. And hopefully in, I think a year from now, FMCG should be a very strong portion of the business and be contributing profitably.
I also wanted to understand with regards to investments going forward, while you do have aggressive growth and expansion plans, do you think 15 million will suffice the kind of aggressive growth plans that you have? Will you be looking at raising another round in the next couple of months?
So this 15 million, to be honest, rather it's not 15, it's somewhere between 15 and 17 million. So somewhere close to 16 million if we have to convert it to the dollar rate today. Around 123 crores approximately. So I think this is going to largely, in our minds, we're very clear that, this fundraise we've done for only 1 year coming forward. We will look at doing another larger round somewhere around July, August next year. The goal now is to, get to a 25 crore monthly run rate number by December and get to a 40 crore number by next July, August. So, doubling the growth is the target. At the same time, build capacities for future. So a lot of a major part of this funding is going to be, utilized in building capacities for FMCG. We are looking at acquiring a very large portion of land somewhere around Greater Noida, and build a large Momo factory there, which can cater for the rest of the country. So, you've heard of cement factories. Now you're going to hear of a Momo factory. So exciting things in the pipeline. We'll keep you guys posted, but definitely, we would be looking at another round somewhere around July, August next year. In no rush for the all talked about IPO at the moment. I think as long as the market values you well and you have good investors coming on board, we will take our chances, and the business will also start throwing like a lot of cash a year from now, right? Because of the pandemic, the margins have come down. Although we are profitable, but the margins have come down because the delivery cost being really high. So I think we are trying to get to that 50-50 ratio of online offline. Build capacities, build more profitability in the business. And you will see maybe another larger round coming in a year from now, or the all talked about IPO in a couple of years if things go well. Let's see how markets shape up. Currently, it's a phenomenal time to do IPO. Fortunately or unfortunately, we are not in that position. But I'm so happy with the likes of Zomato, with the likes of Devyani doing KFC IPO, with the likes of Barbecue Nation doing so well. It just Burger King. So it just holds very good for the fraternity, and I wish them all the best. And I hope, this bull run continues to grow further and further.
All right, Sagar, we look forward to your IPO and profitability and see how the numbers shape up going forward. We're also going to look forward to the new cuisines that you're looking at launching, and I sincerely hope that sushi is one of them. Until then, we'll enjoy eating our momos. Thank you very much for joining us on the Daily Dispatch. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Well, time now to say goodbye. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's Daily Dispatch. I'll catch you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Goodbye and stay safe.